at that. This is an example of a well tomb. This is a dream come true. This whole Egypt trip is phenomenal. So look at this. This is the tomb. Oh my God. 67 meters in height. This one is huge. Oh damn. Look at that. Wow. That's so cool. Giant wall. It looks like somebody took a chunk out of it, like someone bit it. Literally the oldest pyramid in Egypt. There's still colors left on these guys. This is a statue of King Ramses II. Marhaba, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Egypt. We are in the old ancient town of Saqqara today, looking at literally the oldest pyramid in Egypt, 4,500 years old. Unbelievable. We're gonna be touring around some local life here in Egypt today, and obviously visiting an amazing tourism site like this. We're working with an amazing travel company, which will be linked down below in the description. So let's hit it. Whoa. Hi, Moshe.
What's up, ladies?
Good morning. Are you excited?
Yeah, the best way to wake up in the morning.
We're gonna be seeing a lot of ruins today, a lot of cool stuff. Wow, this is epic already. Giant wall. It looks like somebody took a chunk out of it, like someone bit it. That is really cool. Obviously, to signify the Indiana Jones style adventure for today, we got the Indiana Jones hat. So this is the ancient step pyramid for King Zusur. This was the first dynasty of ancient Egyptians. As you can see, there's some walls here of the old ancient city. We're gonna be walking through these doors and making it all the way to the front of this pyramid. First pyramid in the history of Egypt. We got an amazing tour coming up for today, and you can see the view is unbelievable. It's just amazing. It's really crazy because on the other side of this is a big oasis. You can see the trees in the background.
This is so freaking epic.
Wow. So Rana was saying, touching, wow, it's super smooth. How do they keep this thing so polished, man? I built a house in the Philippines that couldn't keep it this polished. It's 4,500 years old. Wow. That's so cool. Okay, so Rana was telling us the reason that you see all these like little rooms here. So apparently the first dynasty of the Egyptian dynasty, they weren't very good at construction. So all these pillars have a wall behind them to support them, and each one of these used to have a statue of the king of this dynasty. But because they weren't so good at construction, all those statues are gone. You can see just remnants of these rooms where the statues would have been, but they're not here anymore. Oh damn. Look at that. We're walking in the sands of the pyramid right now. We're walking right up to it. How cool is that? All right, my friend, so let's talk about this big area that we're in right now. King Zusur was a mad lad. He was a crazy boy. He wanted some adrenaline in his life. So what we're walking through right now we don't have a way to verify it 100%, but it could be one of the first places that bullfighting ever happened. So to prove his worth, he actually fought a bull right here in this big square, and this would have been sort of like a Colosseum area where people were lined up on either side to watch the bullfighting happen. And if he didn't, he would have been buried back over there in the tomb where all his riches are buried. But this is a tomb for that king. King Zusur is buried in there, and all his riches would have been hidden behind me, because he knew that this pyramid was so obvious, it was so large, that he didn't want to hide all of his goods in here, all of his treasures. But what we're walking through right now is just a giant bullfighting ring from ancient Egypt, which is bananas. This is so cool. And there's been a dream of mine to see the pyramids. Obviously, these are not the pyramids of Giza. We will be visiting those on this trip. But damn, first pyramid in the history of Egypt. That's amazing. That is so cool. So you can actually enter this pyramid. And if you take a look here, you can see about 3 years ago, right before the coronavirus, they started restoring some parts of the pyramid. So you can see these bricks a little bit newer, a little wider, just to give it some structural integrity for this pyramid. Standing next to this thing though, man, it is impressive. That is one large structure. To think people did this 4,500 years ago, that's bananas. Look at that thing, that's huge. 67 meters in height, this one is huge. Wow, that is one massive pyramid. Look at this, look who we've come across. Donkeys and camels, of course, but also the freaking pyramids of Giza back there. Look at that. That is so cool. I need to correct the record. I'm an idiot. This is These are not the pyramids of Giza, but other massive pyramids that exist in Giza. So she was just telling us Giza is 28 kilometers across. It's a massive place. This is the Red Pyramid. And you can see right next to it, there's another pyramid that was built as the first pyramid, but it didn't come out exactly as a pyramid design. And so they built another one that was even bigger and more beautiful right next to it. And this is a donkey. Hello, donkey. All right, we are sending up another viewpoint here. Whoa, look at this desert, man. This is, whoa, there's more pyramids. Wow. Look at this. So these are the pyramids in Abu Sir, which are about 4 kilometers from here, from the 5th dynasty of ancient Egypt. They're not for visitors to go inside, but we are going to head into one that you wouldn't think we would head into one, because it looks like it's about to destroy our human beings. So look at this. It looks like it'll fall on top of us, but apparently inside of here, they have alabaster on the inside. It's supposed to be really beautiful. So that's a pyramid that we're heading into to go check out the inside. So let's do it. So exciting. Look at this thing. You really wouldn't expect that this would be the pyramid that we would enter too, because it looks like it's about to fall over. But apparently it's the one that's so well preserved on the inside, and it's free with the ticket that we have to go in. It's actually, like, I find it very hard to believe that we're actually going to inside of this thing. Look at it from the outside. It's completely demolished. Was this destroyed by people, or this is just over time? Just nature destroyed it. It's like completely dilapidated. Look at that. Giant stones too. Look at those angles. How'd they do that? Here we go. We're entering. Oh, all right, mate. You're just gonna laugh at me. Moshe, this feels like we've done something like this before. Right? What did we do that was like this? Just sliding into a pyramid. You know, some 26-year-olds, they slide into DMs. I just slide into pyramids. Right? Right. This is very cool.
The people in the past were like really short.
Very tiny people. The ancient Egyptians were actually only 3 feet tall each. Or they just really hated people. Oh, Moshe, hieroglyphics. Dude. This is what Moshe wanted to see the most. Oh my God. Dude. That is amazing. So look at this. This is the tomb. And our guide was telling us at the top that he covered his tomb in blue starfish. I don't remember the meaning. Do you guys remember the meaning of what it was? I think he just liked blue starfish. No, there was a meaning behind it. I just don't remember. I'm too much of an ignorant person to remember exactly what it was. But that's so cool, and you can see it just like this. Oh, and here's even more blue starfish. It's kind of hard to really put into words what we just went through, like what we just saw. Especially when there's so many tourists in there, it's very echoey, but that is epic on proportions I can't even explain. Like, I've never seen hieroglyphics before, and it's just a dream. It's a dream come true, this whole Egypt trip. It's phenomenal. So cool. All right, so look at this big thing. When you come over the edge, right, you think it's gonna get deeper and deeper and deeper. Look at the bottom, it's so deep. What in the world? Look at that. That's cray. So Rana was explaining to us, this is an example of a well tomb. So a well tomb is basically where they would dig all the way this huge giant pit. They would put all the valuable stuff at the bottom, the sarcophagus, the treasures, and then cover it in sand. So it was very hard for tomb thieves to get it. And then all these little dots are actually showing you spots where the excavators who eventually excavated this used to get back up here and to excavate all the sand out of here. This thing was completely covered in sand. Look how deep that is. It's got to be like 50, 60 feet in there. That's more than that. It's got to be like 100 feet. Super deep. These freaking ruins are unbelievable. Walking around here is unbelievable. 4,500 years old. And there's so many of them just scattered around here. Like, look at this. Giant circle. Giant pillar. Just to walk through. I'm just shocked by how many there are. This is so crazy. Look at this. They're everywhere. These inscriptions. Wow, look at that. Man, this is crazy. Look, there's even inscriptions here. They're literally everywhere. Look at this, like, tablet. Wow. So intricate in design, too. It's kind of unbelievable to see this thing. So something to signify about this whole area, like some of these that are in here, you know, these have been here, but some of these inscriptions, like for example, this whole wall was probably lying down somewhere, and then they put it right side up again and supported it with some restoration walls, just to keep it right side up again, and to keep it in its original spot, or what they think of might be his original spot. But it's crazy. You have all these depictions of the king himself, and you see the inscription with his name. This is his name. That's how you know with the rabbit. That's his, like, his signature. And look at the detail. The detail is phenomenal. It's so crazy. Moshe, how nuts is it to be walking around in here?
This is insane. This fake door.
It's like Rick and Morty. Real fake doors.
Real fake doors.
Hey Moshe, you should walk through that fake door.
Okay.
So here's another tomb for King Onas, who is the one who had the dilapidated pyramid. And you can see the entrance to the tomb right there, all the hieroglyphics. But the top, a little stairway going down, right in there. So cool. He really did leave his mark on this place. There's a depiction of him right there. So we've entered another tomb now. I want you guys to see, look at these depictions of fish. You've got all sort of animals on here. This looks like a hippopotamus, maybe? Wow. Here as well, this one looks like a hippo. You got boats. Yeah, really detailed of different species of fish. Like super detailed. You got colors too, wow. Oh yeah, the hippo's giving birth. Look at that. I'm shocked by the preservation of the color in here. The fact that there's still colors left on these guys. So we're in the tomb of this pretty lady right here, and this is telling her story. This, for example, just so you see this shows kind of the offerings that she requested. A gazelle, a goose, a buffalo. And you can see people actually coming with the offerings. Here's geese. Looks like the leg of a bull. A little duck pigeon. One of the coolest things I've seen in my entire life.
For sure.
Hands down. This is amazing. Unbelievable, guys. This has got to be, in 8 years of travel, one of the coolest things I've ever seen in my life. The level of detail, color in here, and the lighting too. This has got to be my favorite one that I've seen so far too. This is a mongoose. Look at that. Look how detailed it is with the colors too. It's like the underbelly is even a little brighter. We're going to be taking looks at some things like this here today in Egypt. This is carpets. These are handmade carpets that are made here in the town that we're in. So they have the Nile School for Handmade Crafts. School for Countryside Carpet. We'll be taking a look at how they actually create these carpets and have an opportunity to buy some of them at the end. And this is all controlled by the Ministry of Tourism, so prices are set. It's all authentic, comes with a certificate of authenticity. Oh wow, it's beautiful.
First of all, welcome to Egypt and welcome to the oldest professional school for handmade carpet. The main purpose of this school to help our people to develop their talent and also to increase their income. Okay? It is hand weaving or all blocks. And also use natural materials like silk, 100% pure natural silk. And second, the material is Egyptian cotton like that one.
Whoa.
This is pure cotton. Would you like to touch? Hello? And third material is sheep's wool. Sometimes we're using the camel hair. The specific neck hair because it's very strong and very soft. And also all these colors are vegetables. We get it from natural resources like henna, saffron, indigo, tobacco leaves, and so on. Because these kind of nuts, we have to use a model design like that one. To get the carpet after completed 100% perfect design without any mistakes. The graph sheet, as you see, divided into square centimeters. Each square centimeter consists of little dots. Each little dot of that is reference one knot in that carpet. Okay? One knot.
It's like pixels. Yeah,
Like pixels, yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Whenever the pixel is high, of course the
Image looks better.
will be high. Each square centimeter contains 36 knots per square centimeter. So each 1 meter square takes about 2 months. 2 months for 1 meter square. Not all that carpet.
2 months.
Wow.
For 1 meter square. Something like this carpet, this is 2 meters and will be 3 meters up, equal 6 square meters. By 2 months,
A year.
a year to finish.
A year to finish this carpet.
Let me show you how we can make a carpet to be sure it takes much time. Please look close more. First, we have prepared the desert threads in 2 parallel layers, one back and one front, and then he picks 2 lines from the loom, one from back layer and one front, and then twist 2 knots around each line of them to be more strong. Because we use here double knots technique, no single knots like Turkey, Pakistan, other places, they're using only single knot. But here we use double knot. Only Egypt and Persian using the double knots technique. See, takes 2 lines, turn 1 and 2, and then slide down and cut.
Wow. Okay, I'm gonna try to not destroy this carpet. Okay, so 1,
Yes. Very good.
and then around like that.
Yes.
2,
Yes.
through,
Yes. Down.
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 Oh, I did it good.
Good.
Here you go.
Very good.
Oh, I won. Moshe, don't mess up. So
Yes.
1,
Yes. Very good.
2,
Yes. Very good.
pull down.
No. Very good. Very good.
Thank you. Look at the speed as which he's working at. Look at his hands going. Unbelievable.
See, he chipped this area.
Yeah. Actually, very cool to see how they're supporting the local economy and locals making these carpets. It's amazing. And the quality and the work that's going into this is unbelievable. I've never seen carpet making being made, and I've always been very fascinated with carpets. I love carpets, especially ones with intricate designs like this. It's amazing. This one is hand weaving.
Yes, this is
This
the
I've seen before. Yeah.
Depends only the mind and the imagination. He has a special design in his mind, then he tries to create what he imagined by introducing this threads in between these works. These works are 2 layers, one down and one up, connecting the 2 middle to get the carpet of the completed double side or reverse backwards. This is faster than
Faster than this one.
Yes. And also there are 2 types of this carpet. One using it for floor called the Bedouin kilim, the Bedouin carpet, and second one using only for hanging of the beautiful tapestry. That's a brief idea what our schools. Let's go inside to see the carpet after we finished.
So, as in a way to support and stimulate this local economy with the carpet making, you're brought into the gift shop, the carpet shop. This is all stuff that they've made in-house. And you've got tons of different sizes. You've got small ones, larger ones, hand knotted and hand woven. So you've got a bunch of selections of carpets that you can get here. Amazing. So this is a silk carpet that switches colors. Look at that. It switches a shade of color when you flip it around, depending on how it's hitting the light. Darker and lighter. Look at that. Wow, that's super cool. Okay, we're getting explanation about the prices now. So the prices are in Arabic. What's the trick?
20% cut or more or less.
Okay.
Okay.
Amazing.
Something like that one.
I don't know why. Since we got here yesterday, I saw these scare beetles. I've been a little obsessed with the scare beetles. Like, this is the type of demonstration where you really can't leave without buying something. It's like they give you this whole demonstration. You don't have to because it is by the Ministry of Tourism, but you feel like you need to. And because it's supporting local business, it's very cool as well. And this is just a beautiful design. I love it. So we were served also some hibiscus tea. Cheers, brother. So good.
So refreshing.
We found out yesterday that these were not. There's no lemon in here. It's very sour.
It's a little sour, yeah.
So delicious. So he's explaining to us here. This is like the silk area. This is where all the more expensive carpets are. And this one you said 200
This is 225 knots
per square inch, which is unbelievable.
More than a million.
Yeah.
For example, like these small ones that you think may be easy work, 3 weeks just to make one this small. It's a very, very large amount of time. Again, it's amazing what they're doing here with the local economy and people to support this industry of carpet making, keep this art alive and support them. The prices are steep. It's not cheap at all. For example, a small carpet like that is nearly 100 USD, but it is beautiful and well worth the time, and you're paying in an organized fashion the prices that you should be paying here. So it's very, very cool. If you're looking for some touristy goodies and knickknacks and a souvenir from Egypt, I can highly recommend coming here. Take a look and support the local economy in that way. We got some pretty cool carpets. Around 45 US. You know, again, it's a little bit on the pricier side, but well worth it because it's supporting the local economy and it's mandated by tourism. So you know, it's not like it's nothing underground. It's all happening legit, and they're showing you exactly how they're making it. My friends, welcome to the next place that we're going to. Is the Open Museum of Memphis. We are in the ancient city of Memphis, and there's a lot of really cool historical sites here. I'm going to sort of breeze us along on this one because we got some exciting stuff to do as well in this video. But check this out. We've already got so many cool ruins. So we've got depictions here of King Ramses II, who wanted to leave his mark on Memphis. And there's a lot of statues here signifying him, including a freaking Sphinx. It's my first time ever seeing a Sphinx outside of Las Vegas City in the United States. And I'm very excited because later today we're also going to be seeing the actual Sphinx, the most famous Sphinx in the world, the Sphinx in Giza. But this is the Sphinx for King Ramses II, which is pretty epic. Oh my Jews. That they made distinctions when they were building these statues between life and death. So, for example, the beard here, you can see the beard is curled towards the end. That means it signifies this is a statue that was made after he was dead. There's another statue down here that we're gonna see that shows a statue that he was alive. But again, you see that curl in that beard right there? That means this was a statue that was made after his death. This is so cool because I've grown up seeing these things in pictures and books on TV and not knowing the significance. This is a statue of King Ramses II in his life. This is a statue that was put up for him while he was still alive, and you can see the significance in the beard coming down. It's not rolled up to signify death, it's just coming down. Also, you can see him in his young age with muscles and looking good. Now, there's something interesting to note about the nose. If you can see, kind of looking close up about the nose there, she was explaining to us that there's a bit of a controversy between the nose on these different character depictions of deities in ancient Egypt. So there's a talk to say that in Islamic conquests of Egypt, they removed the nose as to take off the dignity of the god or the deity that was here. In this specific statue of King Ramses, we know for a fact that it wasn't removed by any sort of conquest or to take off dignity. It was just weathering over time. For example, in the Sphinx of Giza, which we'll probably visit later on this trip, it's unclear whether it was done through conflict to take off dignity or if it was taken off by the weathering. All that being said, King Ramses II, a big nice statue of him, showing him in his prime right here, and then showing him there in his death. And just have these giant granite squares, tons of depictions. All right, folks, something very exciting. We've got a massive statue of King Ramses II lying down now. Look at this thing. I don't even know how. Like, how did they even do this? So in ancient times, this thing was actually standing upright, but through water eroding it, it destroyed it. So now it's lying down in this museum, but it was originally standing up. And it's not even completely here. I mean, we're missing a lot of the feet and different parts of it, but look at that thing. Like, everything about it looks like a god, you know? It doesn't look like a real person. And this is the best view from this corner, so you can really tell what you're looking at. And to think, before I came to Egypt a few days ago, I didn't even know this was a thing. I had no idea about this thing. It wasn't even on my list. I had no idea. So it's really cool that Travel Fund Joy Egypt Tours, which will be linked in the description, who put this whole trip together for us, marked this on my map, because I really didn't even know this was the thing I was looking for, and now that I have it, it's awesome. All right, we're leaving King Ramses II. We're gonna head off to go see some local papyrus paper crafting, which I think we're gonna be spending some money because we're tourists and we have no self-control. That's probably what's gonna happen now. All right, so on the theme of everything we've been exploring today with the ancient Egyptians, we are going to Golden Eagle Papyrus. Our tour guide Rana actually used to work in the papyrus industry. Now this is more of a tourism thing, like it's a souvenir that you can buy, but we're gonna see some amazing art that is done the same way that the ancient Egyptians used to do on papyrus paper.
Triangle shape, like the pyramid. Pyramid is mean eternity as the pharaoh believe in it. The size could be like a 5 meter. So this is why they can make a large, medium, small, no problem. The mean they cutting by any sharp machine in ancient time. There was no knife. So I think they like swords or something like this. They cut the plant. For example, we're gonna watch like one of this size, as you see. And also the green part is so tan. So the pharaoh, they use it to make sandal, shirt, boat, basket, some raft of boats, private boat as well. Here, we're gonna see how this is so much tan. This one, a little bit so tan. So they use it to make a sandal, shirt, boat, and so on. The inner, it's very important because the papyrus paper made out of the white one, not the green one. But this one, it's breakable. Why? Because it has a big amount of orange sugar. To reduce the orange sugar, they were use something like rolling pin or something like that. Yeah, you see now the orange go out. And this is, it's more flexible. In ancient time, there was no chemicals, no material like this, so they stunk it out on the war 1 week with the changed water every day to make it natural with no any addition like that. The difference between the white paper and the brown paper, if I'm gonna make it more days in the world, we're gonna see the brown one. If I want just only white paper, they put only 1 week. This is only the difference between the white and the brown. In ancient time, there was no carpet like this, so they bring a piece of linen or something like this or leather and they arrange it like vertical and horizontal, like waving, as you see. Sure, there was no modern machine like this, so they're using like the big rocks. So they bring big stools like the son of the pyramid and put it for all of them between together, and then they left it a week again. So we said 1 week, 1 week. They meet after 2 weeks. We're gonna have a papyrus like this one, strong, tough as well. But how to know the difference between the real and thick? To be easy for yourself, there is many rules to make difference between this. But a simple one, if you put this against the light, you're gonna wash the vertical and horizontal while I do it in front of you right now. Because the other one, which is made out of banana leaves or anything and stuff else, gonna be solid paper, has no any fibers in it. Plus, if there is any chemical in the main paper and coming in a war will be destroying paper. But this because it's natural, no problem if come in the water. But if there is any color, don't have to do this. Just only we talk about the quality of the paper. Even if you're dealing hard with it, it's gonna be tough, no problem. Here it again. And also, you can attach the paper itself to see the vertical and horizontal, what we made it now.
The artists set up these amazing art pieces. So Moses, you're getting this one. I'm getting this one. It's Cleopatra and the Scarab. And they've got some incredible art here. Super friendly salesman here. They gave us drinks, refreshments, took our time, helping us out with the price. So this is definitely a place I would recommend to come to when you're visiting in Giza. It's amazing. So guys, we're having my name written in Egyptian hieroglyphics. So it's kind of a gold marker he went over here. I just wrote in my name in English.
Joey. Doesn't really matter.
It's a bird, right? Yeah.
Or joie. Oh. This is in front.
This one, lion?
Yes, sir.
See the letter T?
Loaf?
That one, yeah. A.
Loaf.
That one.
Eagle?
L. It's gonna be like the lion.
Lion.
It's gonna be character.
Wow, that's a cool name.
Seriously, can highly recommend. It's like not a tourist trap, not a place where they're trying to make you spend your money. It's legit. They show you proof of how they're making it. You can find some good deals here. They gave us some nice discounts as well. You just got to work with them. Highly recommend it. We're now heading off to a place where they make Egyptian oils, like something that's also tradition that's been passed down from the ancient civilizations and brought into the modern age and produced here in tourism. So we're going to check that out right now.
We've got Golden Eagle Crystal. Wow. That is a building right there.
What it in a dark, in a sun, in a cold, in a hot, up to you, just oil. And to be sure move. If you selected a fire like that, don't make it everything. Do you know why?
No, it's not evaporating.
Yes, there is no alcohol. So we have the essence, which is the pure perfumes. Before add alcohol, before add everything, the first step here, we make it directly from flowers. In a very old ways, there is no technology. Just collect the flowers and press it or squeeze it in the squeeze machines or our wood machines to get the oils drop by drop. After that, when we full jars like that, we bury it in a special location underground for 1 year as a kind of fermentation. Like when people make wine or whiskey, just to get the base of this kind. So we have 3 different kinds of the oils. Some kinds use as the essence for a normal perfumes, but pure before add everything. Other kinds used for healing or aromatherapy as a medicine, and also medicine pure without any antibiotic or any chemical like normal medical.
But then I'm gonna have 10 difference on my hand.
Just
No, it's jasmine.
No, the right
No,
answer,
hold on,
I will
don't
give
say.
it nice gift. Okay?
Don't say, wait.
Okay, nice gift.
I've smelled this before.
Okay.
Lavender?
It's on the
Yeah,
whole
in
list.
in the first section.
Lavender.
section.
No.
Not lavender?
No.
Wait, stop guessing. Rose.
Yes.
I knew it.
Yeah.
Oh, I got it.
Rose for clothes. And all the women also like make rose water. Do you know rose water or distilled water?
Yeah. Lavender. Yeah, it's
Oh,
good.
this is jasmine.
Oh, jasmine?
Don't worry. When we finish your hand, we'll start by your leg. Okay? Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
This is the lotus.
That smells amazing. I love lotus too. I love eating lotus. It's delicious.
We don't export it outside of Egypt. use it for love, luck, happiness. Also the typical one like Deluxe. Number 2, the Papyrus. But the Papyrus, this is not unisex, not man and woman.
So the boys group, we're getting essentially oiled. Here's our little box that we got. Thank you so much.
What a fun experience here in Egypt, eh? That's another amazing journey ended here today. Make sure that you check out the tour company that we're working with, Travel Fun Egypt Tours, down below in the description, as well as the hotel we're staying with, the Australian Deluxe Hotel in Cairo. Check them down below in the description. I'll see you guys in the next video here in Egypt. I love you a long time. I'll see you guys.